Hey guys, Francis here. Would you like to learn some variations on bridge pose that are both challenging, safe to do, and strengthen several major muscle groups in the back of your body? I'm about to show you the two variations that will do just that. Here we go. You'll need a blanket. The first thing we could do is just break down bridge pose. So simple bridge pose, knees bent, feet on the floor, arms alongside the body. Pull the belly in, tuck the tail, lift the hips up high into bridge. So simple bridge is one of those exercises that's given very oftentimes when you have issues with your back. You need to get stronger, right? But you don't want to do anything that's going to be compromising. So simple bridge is very safe and easy to do. Now, if you need more challenge, the two variations I'll show you, the first one we'll use a blanket, okay? And we'll fold your mat back so that your blanket can end up on the floor in front of you and can slide. So you'll have a seat on the end of your mat and lie down so that your heels are on that blanket and they can slide out and slide in. Now I'm going to show a variation that's more mild in a second, but you can do segments of this and work at your pace. So you don't want to go too far too fast. You want to gradually repeat this within a zone where you feel clear and connected, no pain, okay? So not any pain in this one. Simple gliding bridge. The first thing you do is keep engaged in your abdominals. So think you're wearing a corset or a weight belt and you're tightening that with your own muscles. Keep your torso grounded into the floor and with your heels into the blanket, push down as you glide that blanket out. And then again, push down as you pull that blanket back in and your torso stays really grounded on the floor. Now you should feel your hamstrings, the back of the thighs working. So we're strengthening the back body right now, right? So version one of this, more mild, would be to do a few repetitions of regular bridge, and then this one with your feet pressing out and your feet pressing back in. Remember, your toes are lifted on this one. Now, for a little more challenge, you lift your heels, you lift your tush, and then slide out. So as you slide out, you're going to feel your hamstrings more, and also the muscles of your back. You stay down in your pelvis as you drag that blanket back in. Let's do it again. Hips lift, reach out slowly. Your toes and knees point up toward the ceiling. And let's do that one again. Belly firm, lift the hips, and glide out slowly. One more like that. Belly firm, hips lift, and then lengthen out. We'll increase the challenge on this next variation. So if you feel comfortable, you need more challenge. We start the same way, hips lift, and then we glide out, and then we'll pull the blanket back in, but keep the hips lifted. So hips lifting. Now you're going to feel a lot of work in your hamstrings on this one. So maybe you'll come out just a little bit and then come in, right? And if this one is too challenging, you just back it up to the earlier version. You can come out a little further, you can come back in. Really a lot of strength for the hamstrings. Your glutes get involved a little bit as well, but also your back body. So those are our variations. So regular bridge, gliding the blanket out and in with your torso down, right? Lifting up, gliding the blanket out, 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 till you come all the way down. So it's another variation, right? So lifting the hips up, glide out, out, out. This is actually, it should be the second variation. So just to recap, first variation, regular bridge. Second variation, just legs out and in. Third variation, lifting, gliding all the way out. Right. The next variation, lifting, moving out, and then staying up and trying to bring that blanket back in. That one's really hard. Now, what if you don't have a wooden floor? That's oftentimes the case. So if you're working at home and you don't have a wood floor, you're not going to have a blanket to glide out and glide in. So I have another variation for you with regard to that. So what you'll do is very simply lift the hips up in regular bridge and then come back down. Press your heels into the floor with the toes lifted. Lift the hips up into bridge. Keep your skinny middle. Transverse abdominals are taut when you imagine you're wearing a weight belt and you're tightening with your own muscles. Now you lengthen the feet a little further away from you. Then come back up again, lifting the hips, and then come back down. Move the heels a little further away, belly firm. Lift the hips up and then come down. Heels away a little further. You can see where we're going with this, right? So you keep getting further and further away as you bring your heels further and further away. You're going to feel different it's going to feel different in your back body. It's going to get you a little bit differently for strength there, right? So when you get all the way out, you can effort as though you're pushing your heels into the floor as though you're going to lift, even though you don't lift, and then come back down. Then you work your way back in. So pressing as though you're going to lift. Keep your abdominals taut. Now, if you feel any discomfort whatsoever, I don't want you to push into this. If you have issues with your knees or your ankles or your hips, if anything doesn't feel okay, always listen to your body first and do your best to not press into pain, right? You have to work with a professional. If you're dealing with some serious stuff, you have to really make sure you're going to keep yourself in a good place. My yoga mentor would say, we want to make things better, not worse. And so we want to keep that in mind if we're working at home. And that is our variation on gliding bridge. So there you have a couple of variations to help you to strengthen your back body, including the hamstrings, a little bit of the glutes, and the muscles all along your back. If you like this video, be sure to hit the like button below, as it will help people find the video on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe and click on the bell to receive the next video as it comes out. Thanks so much and have a great day. Bye. Mwah.